You know, it was an interesting week for us, obviously, with the weather and our travel plans changing at the last moment where we had to bus to Omaha. But I thought that part of the weekend went very well. The guys were focused. I thought we spent some good time together. I got to Omaha, had a chance to practice on Thursday. I came out in the game on Friday night. Didn't start the way that we wanted, obviously, and fell behind, but liked our resolve and kept competing and came back and won on Friday night. Going into Saturday, if you were to ask the coaching staff before the game, our guys were ready to play. Our energy level in the dressing room, the focus on winning the second game of the weekend, gaining 3 more points, showing that we could go to Omaha and play good hockey and win was there. I liked our first 3 or 4 shifts in the hockey game. A couple of strange shifts, a couple of situations where we turned the puck over in the offensive zone on a backhand pass. We then proceeded to try to go 1-on-4 at their blue line, turned the puck over. They came back down and scored, and all of a sudden we're behind right away. So a game that got away from us a little bit at the start. In the second period, we dominated most of the period, even though they got up on us and were leading 5-1. I mean, our guys came back. We held on to the puck. We created scoring chances, but we were just chasing the game all night. I think it cost us a lot of energy. Obviously, we were playing shorthanded without Josh Basalt, and then we lost Ethan Frank early in the hockey game, so our power play units were not functioning the way that we would have liked in the game. And a disappointing loss for us. Omaha played very well, and it just goes to show that you have to be ready for every single game, and that one we just weren't there when we needed to be in certain situations. And now we've got a couple of weeks to work real hard and get ready for a real good North Dakota team coming in here.
Coach Ethan Frank, obviously that first game had a huge game, being a hometown kid. How much did that help him in his already high confidence? Well,
Ethan has just improved so much as a hockey player. He's grown so much as a student and as a person during his time here at Western, and just great for him when they had the player introductions before the game on Friday night, and he was in our starting lineup, and he probably got the loudest cheer of either team of the players that were being introduced, and played extremely well. He's had a great year. He's got an unbelievable shot. We saw 2 great examples of that on the weekend. The winning goal on Friday night with 13 seconds left. You just wonder whether he was going to release it or not, but he did, and he put it exactly where it needed to go. But we're just excited about his development as a person, as a hockey player during his time here at Western.
A bye week before North Dakota. How much does this bye week with Trevor Gorsuch playing night in and night out, how much does this help him and get his legs back
for
him?
I think, to be quite honest with you, after Trevor's game on Saturday, I'm sure he wanted to play again on Sunday right away. He's that kind of competitor, and, there were a couple of goals that he'd like to have back. But he's been so good for us and competed so hard, and, he'll be back in net in 2 weeks when we play the University of North Dakota on Friday night. And by the way, that game starts at 6:30, not at 7 o'clock, because it's a national television game. But, Trevor will get a chance to work here. This week we'll take a couple of days off, get some rest, but this is a great work week for us, and it's kind of our last push with conditioning and in practice before we get into the last part of our schedule.
You touched on it there, last push. How much is this a chance to regather everything, take a look at everything as you have 4 tough series coming up again?
Yeah, I mean, it's the break came at the right time. I mean, that's the way that we're looking at it, and we got a chance to work on some things that we maybe haven't had time to work on in our regular practice. We'll push it hard. We'll push our conditioning level, but we'll also make sure the guys get away from the game for a couple of days so they get a mental break as well. But we'll use these days in a way that helps us be ready for the last number of games.
What is your team doing well right now at this point in the year?
Well, we've played good hockey. There's no question about it. Our defensive play has been better, got away from us a little bit in Omaha, but we need to certainly recapture that. And just some of the play of some of our players, and, I know you're going to have Colt Conrad on here later. I mean, he just got his 100th point with his 2-point night on Saturday night, and he was hounding that puck. I mean, he could have had 6 points. He was all over the puck. We created 27 scoring chances in the game against Nebraska-Omaha on Saturday night, and that's above our norm by about 5 or 6. So Colt was an integral part of that, and right now you need your veteran players leading you, and we've had a lot of that going on. So we're just going to continue to work hard and recognize that every game's a battle.
Are we having a press conference between North Dakota again?
Yes.
Okay. All right. There.
So you talked about Colt Conrad a little bit. Just got his 100th career point, and I believe he's leading the team in scoring. What kind of value does he bring to the team?
Well, it's interesting. I mean, Colt is a player that came as a true freshman right out of a high school program, and certainly not your normal high school program. Shattuck St. Mary's, the best prep school program in the country. I'm totally biased in saying that since I coached there and my kids went there. But known Colt's family for a long time, and we were excited when he made the decision to come to Western. And he's a great student. He's a great young guy. He's got a pro future in front of him. So we're excited he decided to become a Bronco, and he's been an integral part of the turnaround in our program here.
He's the third player to reach 100 points under you. Do you see any similarities with the other two in Shane Birchback and Chase?
Well, the one similarity that I hope Colt has is a successful pro career like Shane Birchback and Chase Balassi have had. Puck possession guy, probably a little bit more in between both of those guys. Chase was more of a playmaker. Colt can make plays and he can score. And Bershey was a rink rat around the puck all the time, and Colt is that. Both of those guys were character guys and leaders for our team, and that's exactly what Colt is.
We just it wasn't a big difference. We started Saturday night off. We thought we had our legs underneath us. We thought we were skating well, and then we just had a couple breakdowns defensively. Their first goal was kind of a fluky one with a bit of puck luck for them, and then the second one was just another breakdown. Couldn't get the stick on the puck, and then they kind of just built off that momentum, and they got 5 quick ones before the third period started, and it's tough to come back from that. So, but I think the main difference was how we played defensively in Friday night after they scored their 2 quick goals. We were able to shut them down and then come back. But Saturday night, by the time we shut them down, they had already had 5 goals, and it's hard to come back from something like that.
The week was kind of weird for you guys, travel-wise. Usually you'd hop on a charter and fly out there with the bus. How did that, and you went out there with the bus, how did that change anything? Was there any different preparation for you guys? Did that affect you at all?
We didn't get to practice Wednesday, but we practiced Thursday. Legs felt a little heavy then, but that can't be an excuse, whether it was a long bus ride or not. We were expecting to travel. We were ready for any sort of obstacles that was going to be in our way, so we just had to be ready to play at the start of the game both nights, and we can't blame that on our travel at all.
100th point as a Bronco, what does that mean to you?
It's something special. I don't know how many people have done it or whatever, but I just try and go out there and help the team win. And if we got the win Saturday night and I didn't get any points and still sitting at 98 or whatever it was, I'd be completely fine with that. So it's kind of I guess it's an individual achievement that isn't really on the top of anybody's mind. We still lost the game, and we would like to have that one back.
You guys are heading into the bye week before North Dakota. How much is this bye week perfectly timed with you guys have 4 important series coming up? And does it give you a chance to get your legs back under you a little bit? Yeah,
definitely. We're excited to have this bye week. Actually, we've been pushing quite hard recently, playing pretty much every weekend since Christmas break, and to have this one be our bye week before we get North Dakota, St. Cloud, Colorado College, and Miami for the last weekends. It's going to be huge for us to get the recovery in that we need for playoff push, and we're going to utilize it for sure.
Looking forward, what are you guys doing well right now, and what can you improve on?
We're sticking to our game. We're playing well defensively. Everybody's buying in, and I think that shows Saturday night. We let up 5 goals and we lost. It's hard to win after you give up 5. So, like I said, we just got to stick to our game plan, play well defensively. We know the goals will come with the players on our team, and that's just something that we have to be bought into every night.
So with you getting your 100th career point, it's a pretty big milestone. Are you able to reflect a little bit on your 4 years here in Kalamazoo?
Yeah, I mean, it's just gone by pretty quick. My freshman year wasn't quite the year that anybody on the team was looking for. We struggled pretty much the whole year, and it was a good thing sophomore year that we turned it around, and the whole atmosphere of Bronco hockey had changed into a winning program, and from there, we didn't get the result that we wanted in the regional. We thought we could have gone a lot farther, and then junior year, half the season goes by and we're battling for first in the NCHC, which is, pretty big achievement considering the conference and the teams. Past 3 years we have national championships, so we're hoping to make that a fourth with the team that we have here this year, and we're constantly battling it out with the top teams in the country, and every weekend's a battle. So it's a fun place to play for sure. It's been a time in my life, and I just hope we can come out with some championships this year.
Thoughts on the Super Bowl?
Pretty low scoring. We thought it was going to be a little bit of a shootout, and I don't even know when the first touchdown was, in fourth quarter or third quarter, something like that. 3-0 for most of the game, and guys got together and had some fun, but we were all kind of expecting a little bit more. But I think the right team won.